Hey YouTube, Jumpmaster RC coming at you again with another bench video. Tonight, I've got the Vortex 3S up on the bench, and what we'll be doing tonight is an upgrade to the tires and the wheel hubs. We'll be converting from a 14 to a 17 millimeter hex and adding the Proline Badlands all-terrain belted truck tires. So as far as part numbers go, we have the part number 10174-10. That's the Badlands MX 28 HP 2.8 belted tire. We also have the ATF 117XT02, and this is the hot racing hub conversion set. I've chosen to go with a 10 millimeter offset because I don't want any tire rubbing, which is something that I hear is actually quite frequent with this. I believe that I could have gone down to a 6 millimeter offset with each of these, but I'm opting to go with the 10 to give it a little bit of a wider stance. Ultimately, I'm turning the vehicle into an all-around basher as opposed to a stadium truck. Hey Luna, how you doing? These wheels come with two different removable hexes with different offsets. However, they only are available in the package in the 12 millimeter. So given that we're opting to go to the 17 millimeter hex in order to give me even more tire options. I just dropped a part, but that's okay. We also need the Proline 6x30 to 17 millimeter hex adapters, and that's part number 6336-00. So obviously the first thing we'll want to do is go ahead and remove the tires. So this is one of those times where the tools that came in the package come in handy. Go ahead and take your 14 millimeter wrench and remove your tires. That end. Okay, so once you have your tires removed, the next thing that you'll want to do is go ahead and remove the hexes that are currently on there, the 14 millimeter hexes right here. And in order to do that, you'll need a 1.5 millimeter hex wrench. Simply place the wrench in, unscrew, and it pulls right off. Now you may be tempted to leave the pin that you see there in place. However, let me see if I can get you a close up to that. So you may be tempted to leave this pin in place, but do not do that because the replacement pin is actually bigger. So go ahead and remove this pin. It's very easy to do. Well, if you're not trying to do it one-handed. And go ahead and place in the replacement pin. Alright, at this point you'll want to remove your hub nut from the 17 millimeter hub itself. and place it on. Go ahead and push it on. Take your provided Allen key or hex key. It has two sides. One of them has the threads, which will go inside here, and the other one has the actual hex pattern. Place a little bit of thread lock on the threads. Screw that down. Use whatever tool you like to hold it in place. Use at your own discretion. These are aluminum hubs, so try not to scratch them if you're concerned at all about that. And then go ahead and crank that down. And that Loctite will hold those in place, keep those from spinning off. So folks, what I wanted to do before we go any further is give you a quick comparison in the weights between the stock Qatar and the replacement Proline Badlands MX 28 belteds. In addition to the weight of the tires, there is the added weight of the components, and you'll have to forgive me, I did not weigh them. I've already placed the thread lock on and don't want to take it off, so you know, I've kind of screwed the pooch on that one, guys. But anyway, so let's get back to what we were talking about. So the stock Qatar with the 14mm hexes are coming in at 193 grams, and the belted Badlands MX 28s are coming in at 179. So let's take a look at that again. We had standard 193 grams non-belted, balloon like crazy, and 173. So we're actually reducing the weight. I'm sure that with the added weight of these parts, we're actually probably coming in about the same in the 190 range. So I would guesstimate here that net gain or loss is 0. All right, now that we've completed that step, the next step is to go ahead and mount the tires. So one thing before I do that I failed to mention, another thing that I also failed to video, was that the width from the outer diameter of the tires, the stock tires, outer diameter to outer diameter was 13 inches exactly. So we'll see how much width we gain with the 10mm offset. But to mount these tires, what you want to do is go ahead and take the provided plastic hub. Now, they do have aluminum hubs, much more expensive, but you know, if that's the route you want to go, certainly you could go that route as well. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and line up the hub. There are grooves inside the tire themselves, and place those inside. Hold that in place and turn the tire over. Take one of the provided nuts, take one of the provided bolts and go ahead and start it. Then what I like to do is go ahead and start them all using a star pattern. I'm going to start them all by hand, and then take the electric screwdriver to it. Always remember to start and finish by hand. This is a plastic hub, and you can easily strip it out. All right, now that that's done and these are firmly in place, we can go ahead and mount the tires onto the new hubs. So there you have it, folks. At this point, as you can tell, you're going to want to go ahead and reset your camber and tow, and you're also going to want to recheck your steering endpoints on your servo to make sure that the tires are not rubbing on anything on the A-arms or on the body. That's not going to rub on the body themselves. But you know, as I mentioned earlier, we had 13 inches right on the money before, and we're sitting just under 14 inches now. So again, we've added 20 millimeters, and so if you do the math, that really makes sense. Folks, if this is the kind of stuff you like to see and you want to see me do more of it, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, share with all your friends and family. Thanks a lot for stopping by to watch. Jumpmaster RC, out.